so grateful. And if you wouldn't mind to also please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so, so much. And also, please leave a comment down below. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite hymn? What is your favorite hymn? My favorite hymn is Because He Lives. It's a really good one. So please comment down below with your answer and anything else you would like to comment. I would appreciate that so much, and it'll help me out tremendously, 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 tremendously. Okay, so like I said in the intro, this video is going to be a life update. So, as you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed, I have not been on my channel, or have not posted a video on my channel since August of 2022. And it's still 2022, but it is now November. Today is November 28th that I'm filming this. It might be the 29th by now. It's getting close to midnight. I think it's still the 28th though. So that's been August, September, October, November. 3 months since I filmed a video. Well, 3 months since I've posted a video. So I thought it would be a good time to do a life update and tell you a little bit about what has been going on in our lives. And by our, I mean mine and my husband's lives, my family's lives. So, first of all, I did want to give you guys an explanation of why I haven't been here. While I realize I don't owe an explanation to anybody, this is not a source of income for us or a job. It is strictly a hobby for us, or for me, for right now. I still would like to give one because it's always sad for me whenever ASM artists that I like to listen to just kind of disappear for a while, and I'm like, I need a new video to listen to. I've listened to this one 100 times. So, because of that, I would like to give you guys a little bit of an explanation. And honestly, it's nothing major. The biggest thing is just that we have been extremely busy. We've been extremely busy. We've had a lot of events and things, so just big life events. So we've been busy. The second thing, the second and final thing is just honestly, I haven't felt like filming. And because this is just a hobby, I have said since day one that if I ever don't feel like making videos or don't feel like posting, then I'll just stop. And I haven't really had the urge to film or post, so I just kind of went silent. I will try not to do that again, but no promises. I'll try to keep you updated if I'm going to go silent for a while. But again, no promises. I don't know. It's a hobby, so it would be awesome if someday I had enough subscribers and watch hours to get monetized, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. And since it's just a hobby, that's okay. To be fair, my content is not like super creative. It's very simple. So I don't know. Anyways, it's just a hobby. So yeah, I just haven't felt like it, and I said if I didn't feel like it, I wouldn't. So I didn't. I feel like filming for ASMR, it's different than like if you vlog or something. Because if you others feel a kind of pressure to constantly be doing something fun or something cool to get the views, where in ASMR, you don't have to do that. Like, you just have to be relaxing, and that's easier. But I feel like it's hard in that, like, I feel like in order to film a video, I always need to have my hair fixed and my makeup on, and I need to have, like, fingernails done. And if I'm being honest with you, that's not something that happens for me very often. I'm a mom, and I don't have a whole lot of time to myself, and when I do, putting on makeup and fixing my hair is not like top priority for me. I don't judge anybody who it is top priority for, and I actually love putting on makeup when I have the time. It's just sometimes I would rather do other things, or sometimes I need to do other things. So anyways, I just haven't been here because we've been busy, and I just haven't felt like it. But here I am. Here I am. This is the final video I am filming tonight. This is the 4th video I'm filming tonight. And then I also filmed a couple of videos earlier on. So I have like 6 or 7 videos stockpiled to get me through 2 to 3 weeks of posting. And hopefully I will film some more in between now and then so that I can continue posting consistently on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But we will see what happens. Again, I'm not making any promises. Hopefully you'll stick around. I sure hope so. So, anyways, that's where I've been. Let's do a somewhat quick life update because my phone only has like 30% battery left and not a whole lot of memory. So let's start with August. I believe the last video I posted was like August 22nd, I think is what it said. I think that's what it said. So since August, let me think if anything exciting happened in August. My husband and I celebrated our 9-year wedding anniversary in August, so that was exciting. The grandparents kept our son, and we got to have a date night out, which those are few and far between for us because we don't have family who live super close by, and we're very particular about who we let watch our child. So we got to have a date night. What we did that night is we went and what did we do? We went to dinner. We went and had some Italian food. It was okay. It wasn't our favorite. And then we went and watched a movie. We went and watched, I believe that night we went and watched Where the Crawdads Sing. So good. I've never read the book, but the movie sure makes me want to read the book, and I wish I would have read the book before I watched the movie. But it was a great movie. And then we went and had dinner, went to a movie, and then there's this cute little local coffee shop in our town where we live, and there was live music. It's like a coffee shop and a bar, and there was live music, so we went and listened to some live music, and it was just nice to like feel kind of young and carefree again. I'm trying to think if anything else exciting happened in August. I really don't think anything did. I don't think so. And then in September, you'll see in a minute, October was the really good month for us. But September, I started teaching a Sunday school class at our church, which is exciting. I started teaching the 3rd graders at our church their Sunday school, so that's been fun. We use the Lifeway curriculum. So that has been really fun. I really enjoy preparing the lessons fun and memorable, and hopefully just showing the kids love, showing them the love of Jesus. Um, I I feel like I've learned a lot teaching them. Like I feel like I learn, especially the Old Testament, better from teaching it, because when I'm just reading it, I'm not one to get super into history and things. So when I'm reading the Old Testament, sometimes I get bored or don't understand what I'm reading. But when I'm reading it and studying it to teach it, and I know that I'm accountable to knowing it, I feel like I learn it a lot better because I'm responsible for teaching it to the children. So I've really enjoyed that aspect of it. The kids, I have a pretty large Sunday school class, and the kids are all very sweet. I'm thinking about doing an ASMR video probably the next time I film, so it'll be a few weeks, maybe a month, before it gets posted. But kind of like a preparing to for Sunday school with me, like preparing to teach with me, kind of showing you guys the process I go through on that to prepare a lesson. Some of the fun things that we do in my class, the kids all really love this. I did it one time, what I'm about to tell you, and then like the next week I didn't do it, and the kids were all like, oh man, so now I have to do it every week, or they're like really disappointed. And that is at the end of every lesson, I have questions that I ask them to see like if they were paying attention, and really just to reiterate the lesson we just learned. And so I fold those up and I put them inside of a balloon and blow up the balloon, and then the kids get to cut open the balloon with kid-safe scissors to read the question. The original game, like where I read it from, it was like to pop the balloons, but I encourage the kids to not pop the balloons. There have been a couple that have gotten popped, but for the most part, I encourage them just to cut them open, because I know that many kids and adults alike have sensitivities to loud sounds, and so I don't want to startle those children or even adults with those sensitivities. So that's something fun we do. The kids in my class, at the end of the class, they always get one prize and one piece of candy. I really need to restock my candy supply in there, and probably my prize supply too. The candies are usually just like Dum-Dums and Sour Punch straws and stuff like that, and then or Smarties, and then the prizes are like, I've bought some stuff on Oriental Trading. If you've never heard of that, it's like a website and a magazine that many churches use, many schools use for like carnival prizes and stuff. So stuff like that. I've bought a few things like at the Dollar Tree. And then in my class, when it's their birthday, they get a poppet. I give them a poppet and a card that I've written to them. And then also, if they memorize the memory verse, they get a poppet. So teaching Sunday school can be a bit expensive the way I'm doing it, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I remember when I was young, a child, and in a Sunday school class, one of my teachers was actually one of my friend's moms. Shout out to Tristan and to Sherry, if you happen to watch this. But anyways, I remember that if you learned your memory verse, you got like a full-size candy bar. And in all honesty, the price of full-size candy bars then were probably the same price as the Dollar Tree poppets now, right? So there's that. But it definitely encouraged me to learn the memory verses, gave me like an incentive. I love hearing the kids in my class quote scripture. There's nothing like hearing children quote scripture. And I hope that they remember it and aren't just memorizing it for that 1 week to get the poppet. Like my hope and my prayer is that they're hiding it in their heart. So that was something exciting. I believe I started teaching in like September. this really cool thing. It's like you can get them on Amazon. It's a little flash drive, but it's a flash drive that transfers your photos from your phone onto this flash drive like instantly. So, I mean, I don't know if it's instant, but you just plug it in and it downloads all the photos, which I think is pretty cool. I need to get myself one of those too. My mother-in-law, I call her my mother-in-love, mostly because she started calling me her daughter-in-love, and I think it's really sweet. But anyways, she always says that her photos are her treasures. So, yeah, that was a cool gift, I think. To give to somebody who always says she doesn't need one more thing, but she loves her photos, so that was kind of cool. I'm trying to think if there was anything else exciting in September. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I guess it wasn't anything major. Now, October was a fantastic month for us. I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this on the internet, but it's such a happy thing. I can't not share it. So for 2 years, it was exactly 2 years in October, we have had a child in our home, the same child, our son, in our home. We had him in foster care for the first year, and then we had guardianship of him for the second year. And in October of this year, we finally got to legally adopt him. And someday I'll give the full testimony on here of how God called us to adoption and how God was so faithful in this. But yeah, we got to adopt him. It was such a happy, beautiful day. I don't want to tell too many details on the internet of his life or his story, his history. That's his to tell someday, but he is our legal son now. The state now knows what we've always known, and that's that, not always, but since we've had him, since he was 10 months old, what we've always known, and that's that he is our son. He is our son. He is now legally our son, and that makes us so happy, so happy. And it's also such a relief. Being foster parents is hard. That's a part of our lives that I don't want to share too much about on the internet, just for safety purposes. But, yeah, I'm so grateful. My husband is so grateful. Our son is so grateful. He's as grateful as a nearly 3-year-old can be, right? So, that was the most exciting thing in October, was getting to adopt our son. The day that we went to the courthouse to adopt him, so many people showed up for his adoption. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. He's a very loved little guy, and I'm so grateful for the village we have. We had some of our best friends there, some people from church, our families. His biological parents got to be there. It was just a really beautiful day, and I think adoption is such a beautiful picture of God's love for us. And our son's adoption is definitely a testimony to God's faithfulness. So we got to adopt him in October, and then a couple weeks later, our parents, several people actually, some of our friends, our moms mostly, from my understanding it was our moms and my sister-in-law, and then some of our friends, they threw us an adoption party at our church. There's a large room in our church that's like perfect for parties, and they threw the most beautiful adoption party. It was amazing. Yeah, they did such a great job. They did a puzzle piece theme, which we loved, and it was like, we've found our missing piece. And it was blue, like the theme was blue, so they had white tablecloths with like blue confetti, and they had like white and silver picture frames with pictures of us and our son. our son. He has so much stuff. We're so grateful for all of that. I'm trying to think of what else. Delicious food. They had like charcuterie board, all kinds of yummy stuff. Cake. My husband's grandmother is a really good cake baker and cake decorator, and she baked a cake and cupcakes that had a picture of us on it, like our faces. It was like that edible image cake, and she made the cake and the cupcakes, and they were beautiful and delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. And then there was a balloon arch, like for photos. They just had like photos of our son everywhere with like twinkle lights. It was so cool, and we got to keep those after the party. So I'm gonna make like a collage wall somewhere in our house with those photos. I haven't done it yet, and this was in October. I'm trying to think of the rest of the party. It was just so beautiful. Cookies. My mom got cookies that had our son's name on them. They like printed a picture of us from the adoption day, and they put it in a matted frame, and everybody who was there got to sign the matted frame, which was so cool. We actually hung that up in our entryway, like in our dining room. I don't know, it was just a beautiful party, and there were so many people there from like all the different walks of our lives and different seasons of our lives, so that was really fun. There were over 50 people there. I'm so grateful that our son has so many people to love him throughout his life. What else? So yeah, the adoption party was wonderful and fun, and just, yeah, we felt so loved and cherished and valued that day. And our son did too. He was so excited. He kept saying, "Want to go to my adoption party?" Okay, so that happened in October, and then of course Halloween was in October. We do Halloween. I know a lot of Christians don't do Halloween. We don't do anything scary or anything like that. We don't allow the scary stuff. But our son dressed up as Spider-Man, and we went to events in our town, which were fun. At one of the events, we won like a kid's toy, like a big ride-on kid's toy, which was cool. We ended up giving it away because we didn't need it or want it in our house with all of the toys that our son had just gotten at his adoption party. But that was really cool that we won something. One of our cousins, my cousin's wife and her daughter got to come up to go with us to one of the other events, so that was fun, especially for our son. Yeah, this was really good. So October was a really great month for us. The night of our son's adoption, we stayed in a resort, like a hotel resort thing, and there was a restaurant in the resort, and my mom was so sweet. She called ahead and told them, like, my daughter and son-in-law just like they're staying there to celebrate the adoption of their son. Like, is there anything you guys can do to celebrate? And they gave us a credit to their really fancy restaurant within this hotel. So my mom, I asked her to come with us, and so she ended up coming with us so she could keep our son in the hotel that night, because the dinner reservation was kind of late, and it was a really fancy restaurant that wasn't really like appropriate for a 2-year-old. So we asked her to keep him. Plus, he was so excited to get to stay with his nana. So we asked her to stay with us, and so she stayed in the hotel room with us. And my husband and I got to go have a really nice dinner that night, which was really nice, on the hotel, which is good because it was really expensive. Not something we would have bought for ourselves, but it was very nice of my mom to go ahead and do that. brings us to November, which is where we are now. So in November, I've done some Christmas shopping, and then Thanksgiving stuff, and I feel like that's pretty much it. Like, nothing else super exciting has happened in November that I remember. Um, we, so for I guess I'll just tell you about what we did for Thanksgiving. My son, I realize now it sounds like my son is not with us a lot, but we hardly ever get like time to ourselves. It's just that when we do, it's usually like a couple nights because of where our families live, in relation to where we live. So, my mom works in the education field, and so she had a bit of a Thanksgiving vacation slash break. So she kept our son for 3 nights, which 3 nights is a lot. But he had a lot of fun. He loves going and visiting with her, and my niece, his cousin, lives with my mom and dad, so it was good for him to get to go spend some time with her. So my husband and I had a few nights to ourselves, which was nice. We definitely missed our son. If you're a parent, you probably understand that, like, that dynamic of like, I really need a break, and then as soon as you get a break, you're like, I miss my kid. Anyways, so sorry, my arm is starting to hurt from holding this tiny mic. Yes, I'm trying to think if we did anything fun those nights. Like, we didn't go out or anything. I think we might have watched television or a movie or something together. We didn't really do much. We just kind of lazed around, which was nice. On Wednesday evening before Thanksgiving, that day I ran a lot of errands, and then that evening I baked a little bit, not much. I just bring like a side and a dessert to family Thanksgiving. So I made a chocolate Kahlua cake. It's so good. And then a Fiesta bubble bread, jalapeno bubble bread. So I made those, and then the next day we got up and we went to my grandparents' house, which is my dad's mom and dad, and we had our family Thanksgiving there on my side of the family, and that's where we got reunited with our son after his 3 nights at his Nana and Pop's house. It was so nice. Like, he just came running up, Mommy, when I got there. So we played. As soon as we got there, we went back to the guest room slash playroom in my grandparents' house, and I played with them and played with them and played with toys and just gave them all my attention. And we had Thanksgiving dinner at their house and stayed for a few hours and visited, of course. And then after we finished there, we drove over to my husband's parents' place. So we had Thanksgiving lunch at, like, a late lunch at my grandparents' place. I think it was like 1 or 2 when we ate. And then a few hours later, we drove over to my in-laws' place and had Thanksgiving dinner there. So we got 2 Thanksgiving meals, and that was good. What did we do that night of Thanksgiving? I don't really remember what we did the night of Thanksgiving. But while we were there, the next day we celebrated my father-in-law's birthday. So that was nice. Yeah, that's kind of all we did, I feel like, for Thanksgiving. So, it was a simple year. We only did 2 family Thanksgivings, so that was nice to not be traveling like here and there and everywhere. So now we're just gearing up for Christmas. I think I have all of my Christmas presents bought. I don't think I have anything else I need to buy. I do want to buy like a few things to like bake for neighbors and things like that, but as far as like gifts, I don't think I have anything else that I need to buy. unboxing, more of a haul. I had already unboxed it, so I guess it was more of a haul of some things I ordered as Christmas presents. And I'm thinking about trying to film another video soon of the rest of the Christmas presents I bought. It just might be a really long video because we have a lot of people to buy for in our family. And I want to be careful to never just promote blatant consumerism or that happiness is found in things, because happiness and joy is not found in things. Joy is found in Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone, you know? I love buying gifts for people. It's one of the ways that I like to show love. But if you can't, you should never feel guilty for that or pressured. And I know the holidays can be such a time of pressure for people. So I want to be careful to not promote that, but then at the same time, it's relaxing for me to listen to and watch hauls. So at the same time, I want to film them because I want to show you the stuff I got for people. And yeah, anyways, and nothing we bought is super expensive. I'm not over here buying designer things or anything, but even still, I just know that no matter how well off or how bad off you are, there's always somebody more well off and always somebody worse off. And I don't want anybody to look at my life and think, oh, I wish I had your life, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just rambling. So I know the holidays can be a time of pressure, but please don't feel pressure to buy gifts for people. The people in your life who love you are not going to care if you can't get them a gift. Or they shouldn't. Your value, your worth is not found in what you can or can't buy for somebody. So don't feel that pressure. And then I also know that the holidays can be a time of grief. There's certainly a time of grief for me. My grandmother, my mom's mom, who I was really close to, we actually lived together when she died. She passed away 12 years ago, a couple days after Christmas, and that Christmas she was in the hospital with her kidneys shutting down. And so Christmas always makes me think of her. She used to always call us, on Christmas Eve, because used to, when I was young, on the news, they would do Santa sightings, and she would call us on Christmas Eve and tell us about Santa sightings. And my Grammy and I, we shared a love for true crime. This was before it was cool to like true crime. Back in the day, she and I shared a love for that. We would buy those true crime books and stuff. Actually, she would buy them and she would read them and then give them to me to read. Yeah, so Christmas always makes me think of my Grammy. Makes me miss her. And then also this year, I'm just going to share a little bit about this. It's kind of a little bit different, weird year of grief that I didn't expect. Like I mentioned, my husband and I, we're not anymore, but we were foster parents. We've closed our home to fostering for the time being, but we were foster parents, and in addition to our son, for 9 months, we got to love a baby girl. She was 15 months old when she got to us, and she was with us for 9 months for 9 months total. I don't want to give any details further than that about her or her story or why she's not here anymore. But if you do the math, she was here last year at Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween, and this year she's not. And it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It actually hit me at Halloween more than I expected it to. Because last year at Halloween, our babies were Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. And this year, my little guy wanted to be Spider-Man. And I just kept thinking how she would have made cutest little, sorry, my phone gave me a low battery warning, but she would have made the cutest little ghost spider. um, but anyways, going to all of the events in town and stuff, I have no idea where she is now. We've not gotten to see her or talked to her since she left us. And it's been a few months now. And in fact, it was right before I started making ASMR videos. But anyways, I found myself at all of the Halloween town events. Like, I don't know where she is, if she's even still in our town. But I found myself just looking for her amongst the crowds. Like, I wonder if she's here. Like, maybe we'll get to see her if she's here. And we never did, of course. But I found myself just kind of searching for her in the crowd. And then at Thanksgiving, I missed her, but especially in preparing for Christmas, like buying Christmas gifts and stuff. Last year, I was buying 2 of everything. I was buying her Christmas gifts while I was buying our son Christmas gifts. And this year, it's only 1 of everything. And I know this is how it's supposed to be. And I know that she is, I know, like, it's a good thing that she left. She's, from what I understand, it's a better situation for her, but, it still doesn't, I shouldn't say it doesn't make it hurt less, because I think it does make it hurt less than it would if she was, like, in a bad place, but, it doesn't make the hurt go completely away, you know? Like, I feel like I should be buying her Christmas gifts and that kind of stuff, and I'm not. So it's just kind of a grief that snuck up on me and I didn't expect. But that's okay. This is how it's supposed to be. God has a reason for everything, and I'm a firm believer in that. And I just pray that wherever she is, that she's doing well, and that God's will be done in her life, and that she follows God's will for her life. Anyways, so sorry, that's like a big bummer to end on. Hopefully you're sleeping. Hopefully you're sleeping. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Would you guys like to have a full video of hand movements and trigger words like sleepy, 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 relax, 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 relax. Is that something you guys would be interested in?